Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to speak to you about Dr. Bhatti's article in my monograph. For those who don't know, Dr. S.S. Bhatti is a very well-known writer, poet, author, philosopher, a great teacher who has been a principal of School of Architecture in Chandigarh. Great person, erudite. He has done multiple PhDs and amazing scholar. For me, for our family, he is my dear uncle. Bhatti uncle has been instrumental in forming many of my expressions, showing me path and direction, especially in writing, cultivating my poetry. When I was young, I used to send him, and he very jokingly says he had to actually make a file of my writings. And he was very candid in saying that I had a very poor handwriting. Okay, so right from childhood, we've been seeing him. He's a very close friend of my father. Bhatti uncle writes in my monograph, very, very thankful to him, very kind to him that he took time out to explain something about my architecture. I said, Uncle, I want you to write something about me. Who better than a person who has seen me grow from a child to this stage? And very kind of him. He says openly on social media, he says, I predict Sangeet as to be a very prominent, most famous architect by the time he's 60, and he claims. And I feel very humbled at his predictions, at the encouragement he has been giving me. Thank you, Bhatti uncle. One of the lines which amazes me, which he writes about me, is talks about my involvement and the play of art in my architecture. Of course, I learned this from my father, and I learned this from the peers, how art and architecture are one, and how they are combined mates in bringing out a good form. And right from Corbusier, architect S.T. Sharma, and holds of other eminent architects have been somehow or other knowing, using, explaining, understanding art into the built form, that is architecture. He says, I use art. And providentially so far, Sangeet has used the art of architecture to express emotion in a natural, spontaneous way, as I see in his buildings. Besides the other beautiful expressions which he has written about my architecture, makes me humble, and talks about my interest in music. So blending music into architecture. I feel somehow subconsciously, when you are a musician, you are understanding the play of harmony, you're understanding the play of tal, the swar. So I rightly, agree with him that somehow all these faculties of the human mind do intercept to interpret formation of architecture. Good or bad depends on the person who tries to make something out of it. This particular part, he talks about the melody is the liquid architecture which flows with grace of an invisible ballerina, which Sangeet has. Talks about my poetry, the art. The three C's, he says that Chandigarh, Cubism and Corbusier, the three C's, are a very prominent approach to my architecture. which I had discussed with him, and he clearly elaborates this. Uh, the essence about my talk to you friends today is not that he's trying to praise me, eulogize me, but he's trying to praise architecture which encompasses these uh, faculties of the human mind. He being a poet, musician, artist, writer, teacher, educationist, and a profound human being himself, I think he's been able to decipher these kind of energies into my being and into my architecture, which I feel very proud. And of course, still at a very nascent stage, I am learning, but by reading all this, it gives me more momentum, more impetus to do better, to go a step further. Like this was a kind of a milestone achieved. Now probably the next phase is coming in, and in as so far I have understood so much, done about 50, 60 buildings, out of which about only 30 are published in this volume. Let's see how I take this philosophy forward. Meanwhile, very grateful to Dr. S.S. Bhatti for the beautiful words, for making me understand my philosophy in this gracious language. Thank you.